all things safety today, and we're going to head on into road safety. Who better to tell us about that than the drag racing beautician herself? She's here with us this morning. I've got Lisa Abraham. Lisa. Good morning. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Okay, so the month of May is Road Safety Awareness Month.
Right.
So we're focusing on that. Tell us a little bit about Road Safety Awareness Month.
Okay, well, the month is designated to commemorate road safety throughout the world. But from the 8th to the 14th, which ended yesterday, would have been Global Road Safety Week.
Okay.
This year, the week focused on speed, because speed is said to be one of the leading risk factors of road incidents and road fatalities throughout the world, causing several deaths and injuries. So they say speed is a very big contributing factor for that. So that's what the week was being focused on this year globally. However, I've been just advocating for road safety, being in the world of motorsports and with the FIA, which is the Federal International de Automobile, which is the governing body for motorsports throughout the world. There's a tier within that organization that speaks to road safety. The president, President Todd, he is also the special envoy for the United Nations on road safety. So when he visited Antigua, he asked to meet with our road safety coordinator here in Miss Alice Hotak to speak to her about what she has been doing and to commend her on the work she has been doing in road safety. So through my brand, The Racing Beautician, this year, one of our pillars is safety, and we decided to advocate for road and track safety. So we've been just doing social media campaigns. So every day we post a social media message advocating for safety on the streets of Antigua, Barbuda, throughout the world, because we share the messages globally, and also track safety. So every Tuesday we share a track safety message, as the track in Antigua is open on Tuesday for taking racing off the street, drag racing. And we also have the track at Crabs, which is rally racing, and they're open on Wednesday and also Saturday. But on Tuesday, we do a message for track safety. So to commemorate the week, we did local faces. So we had some local persons to just advocate for road safety. We did some photos and just to share the messages so that the messages would resonate more with the people, as they would see people like Colin Jenkins, Jashawn Hughes, Renee Butters Edwards, and all of these people that they're familiar with advocating for road safety. In Antigua, we have been fortunate to some extent in that we don't have a lot of incidents. But last year, our numbers were alarming, where we had 11 road fatalities last year, which is just too much for a country of 80,000 people. Throughout the world, in 2016, when they did their survey, 3,500 people die per day throughout the world, per day, from road incidents and accidents. And that amounted to 1.something million people dying. So that's like a whole generation being wiped out from people driving on the road not being safe. So there's several advocacy campaigns going out throughout the FIA. There's a 3,500 Lives campaign where they have European faces, they have Michelle Yeoh, they have Pharrell, and a couple other big persons within the society, and that campaign has been going globally. For Antigua, you know, here we are more, who them they, what am I talking about, and whatever. But if we were to see a Patrice Martin, we say, oh, what Patrice talk about then now? So hence the reason why we decided to use some local faces. We're hoping that the campaign will grow and we would get some more support. We are getting support now so that we can do some billboard with prominent faces to advocate for the messages. I know ABS has reached out to me to also share the messages via some PSAs, so that we're also working on, so that we could just force the message of road safety throughout Antigua. So far for the year, we, thank God, we only have one road fatality for the year. We've had several accidents.
Some
2 weekends ago, we saw a really dangerous accident, and thank God the police was right there to arrest that driver right away. But we need to be careful on the roadways. There are tracks. You want to go fast? Do it on the roadway, on the tracks.
But how easy is that, though, for persons though, to be able to penetrate the track system? Because a lot of people might say, oh, well, I just want to do it just for the fun, see how it feels.
Well, do it at the raceway for fun. You could go to the raceway. There are helmets there. They'll loan you because you need to be safe. Make sure your seat belts work, because you can't expect to go out there being unsafe. Your seat belts must work. Your cars must have all of their lugs on. And generally, the basic functions of your car must be functionally properly. Because we can't allow you on the track with a car with half of the parts falling off.
Oh, jeez.
Because then you damage yourself. It goes against the sport. It goes against the organization. And we are promoting the sport, and we want to do it safe.
Are there people there who will check the car for you?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
And if you don't have a helmet, somebody will quickly lend you their helmet. The association has helmets at the track that they will loan you as well. I know at Crabs, the guys have even gotten even more stringent because they're going sideways and crossways and donutting and much more dangerous. So these guys make sure your suits and so on, you have to have your gears or you cannot go to Crabs. And that should happen at North Sound as well. So I trust that the Drag Racing Association will soon get to that point. You don't have your gears, you can't. Because by right, anywhere in the world you go, even on a test night, you must be fully suited. Your gears must be in check for you to be able to use the raceway. So in Antigua, Barbuda, we know the potholes is a challenge.
Oh dear.
I bespoke to my chair situation last week. The chair. When I was driving down from the show, just before Crazy House on the left side, I spotted something shine back at me. So I had to do a circle and come back. Somebody took their nice chair from, I guess, their dining table and put in front of a pothole with something on it, but let me tell you, whoever that citizen is, it's a proper concerned citizen. And they put a hubcap, they laced the hubcap on it, nice silver hubcap, so when your lights hit the hubcap, it reflected at you.
Oh.
So it worked.
It worked.
But it worked if you're going slow. If you're going too fast and when you get right on it.
You don't see it.
So several days later, one of my followers said, Lisa, the chair mash up. We hope and trust that it wasn't vandalized.
Right.
But I'm sorry for the person that actually hit that chair and eventually hit the hole. Because
that's a very big hole.
Yes. For you to have hit that chair and mash it up like that, you would have damaged something going into that hole. So we have one guy on Facebook that his rim and tire was lost from that hole. We have another guy that showed his shock, right where the mount of the shock hinge up to the body, literally just broke away from hitting that same hole. So I trust that the public works people are listening this morning
and
that they would look at that little hole, because it may seem little, but whatever the intricacies of it is causing severe damage. Now, mind you, you should not be going that fast. But for whatever reason, you're hitting that hole and causing that damage. It's serious.
And I think it sneaks upon you too, because it's right before.
Because of where it is.
Yeah, it sneaks upon you as well. Because
there is not properly lit one.
Right.
And then so
and it's a busy road.
It's a busy road, yeah, right there and so on. So you're going, and you literally have to swerve over to get away from it.
There's not much space to swerve into.
That's right.
So
you could even be trying to maneuver it and hit it. And you could be hitting it slow and still damage something. Because these materials on the car now, they're made to be replaced constantly.
Very easily.
Hitting that at a reasonable speed could also cause you some level of damage.
Now, going forward, a lot of persons would be saying, okay, well, you know, I'm driving for me and I'm not really focusing about everybody else. But when I was learning to drive, they were saying you need to drive for everybody else.
That's right.
The importance of that, as a regular driver, as a racer. Talk to me about that.
Every time you drive, you should be driving for you and everybody else. Number one, in recent times, they just spoke about hypertension and various ailments people are being laced with. Somebody could pass out behind the wheel and you're just not paying attention. That could cause you your life, that could cause them their lives. So we should always be looking out for the other man, the other pedestrian, the other cyclist, the other rider. We see the cyclists all of the time complain. Yesterday, our road safety message was always wear a helmet. But as motorists, we need to look out for them as well. They're sharing the same roadways. There are no designated sidewalks for them to use, so we have to share the roadways with them. So we need to look out for them. Gone are the days where we say, oh, we pay with license, our insurance, them the pay on.
Nice, right.
Come on. We're all citizens of Antigua and Barbuda throughout the world. We all need to share the common space. Space is for all of us, so we need to share them.
But at least, you know, Iris and I have this argument every day about the pedestrians. I think that they've also licensed their two legs.
Well, let me tell you, those pedestrians, it is really sad that they do not respect the cars. And we never see nothing tall, make out a metal of hospital.
That's what I'm saying.
Not tall. So ultimately, the pedestrians as well, they also need to respect the roads, respect the drivers as well, and we're all trying to get somewhere.
That's right.
In whatever length of time we have, we're all trying to get somewhere. We need to get there. We need to get there
but get there
and
safely.
get there safely. So wearing a seatbelt, paramount. Once you get into your car, you pull that door in first thing, seatbelt, and then you put your key in your ignition. Always wear a helmet. Bicyclists, riders, motorbike riders, not no German, because German don't protect you from anything. There are helmets made and designed
for that specific
purpose. So invest in a proper helmet. For mothers with children,
oh boy,
always use a child's safety seat. If your child is too old for the safety seat, buckle them up in the back seat. From time to time, my boyfriend say, all right, Miss McBurney, because I be always saying, oh, watch there, watch there, watch there. I'm always looking out, even before I started advocating. So he'd love to say, okay, Miss McBurney. And I've seen McBurney several times pull people, take the children out and put them in the back seat. You just never know. Growing up, my dad always did this. Always. Even since we were grown and you're buckled up,
still,
it's just a practice of his. But how many people do that? And then your hand alone and the impact can really stop the person from going through the windshield or somebody coming into them. So buckle them up in the back. No texting and driving. That's one of the biggest things we do. When we were doing the photos for the campaign, trying to do it on a non-busy road, that was like hell for me. Trying to do that and still watching where you're going. It is a really, really dangerous practice because you're looking at one and not the other. You're distracted. No distraction while driving. Not just texting. Your cell phone, if you can't multitask, you shouldn't be on your cell phone. You shouldn't have, I notice of a late people having both of their earphones and the jamming. You don't hear the siren for the ambulance. You don't hear the siren for the fire truck. You don't hear somebody shouting out to you saying or blowing because you're bouncing and you have the earphones in both ears. Always check your tires. You must check your tires because tires can cost you your lives. No drinking and driving. We're now in the festival season. If you're going to go out and drink, have a designated driver or have a taxi on speed dial. If you're exercising, everybody's getting in shape now. Our message today was always stay bright. We had Insane Booth Camp. You know, the campers go out early in the morning. If that's your form of exercise, always make sure
you're well lit.
One of our first road fatality for the year, we think, because he left us and we don't know why, that he fell asleep behind the wheel. Last weekend, we had Coy Quinlan, and we're also thinking he also fell asleep behind the wheel. Sleep is a big man. Our woman. And let me tell you, when your body tired and they say not going no more, you ain't got no control. So whenever you're tired, stop, take a power nap, catch yourself. Obey the speed limits. They say 20 miles per hour and 40 miles outside of the built-up areas. Obey the speed limit. For the ladies, this one comes from the racing beautician herself. No makeup while driving. We know. Patrice, you know, early in the morning, you're going, you're
lipstick, eyeliner, eyebrows, something.
That's a distraction as well, so no makeup while driving. And always pay attention. Those are the messages that we advocate for road safety. I also want to commend the Transport Board. We see they've beefed up their social media campaign, also advocating for road safety. And any other organizations in Antigua, if road safety is on your platform and your pillars, we ask that you continue to do the job and advocate for road safety so we keep Antigua and Barbuda, our patrons,
safe.
Our guests, our visitors, as we're a tourism country, safe.
Very safe. Thank you so much, Lise, for being here this morning. The racing beautician, Lisa Abraham, with us this morning, advocating for road safety as May is dedicated to Road Safety Month. But this week, heading off, we still focus on Road Safety Week and advocating and bumping up the initiatives to make sure that we are safe on our roadways in Antigua and Barbuda. We'll be right back. T20 cricket. Iris will tell you more about that after this break.